Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Measy69 and we are back with the second part of our OP week. Now, yesterday you see 3 OP tier 8 battles, and today you're going to see 3 tier 10 OP battles. And we're going to start with Jimmpa in the WZ113. Now, again, we have 3 battles, 3 tier 10s. We have the WZ113, we have an Object 140, and we have the FV4202. So Black Goldville Jimmpa rushes towards the caves, and he has the T62 to deal with, but he's got backup. He's got the T54, and it's very rare nowadays you see heavies come into the caves. The enemy have got 2 mediums and a light tank, and Jimpa's team have only got 1 medium and 1 light tank, so he supports the mediums. With the reload of this tank, he supports the mediums, and I love what he does here. So this T62 is side scraping, and to be honest, he's not doing a bad job. I probably wouldn't be there. He is still getting shot, so Jimmpa can't see him, so he's just gonna shoot him with HE, and some damage he gets like 50 damage or less than that, but he's still doing damage. And you might as well do, if you've got nothing to shoot at and you can only shoot HE, you're still doing damage. Whether it'll be 50 or 400, you're still doing damage. So damage is damage, right? But because he shot so many HE shots, I'm not sure if he's actually got any left, and just when he needs it, when there is a back chat. But the Centurion pokes up, he gets a shot into the side of him, and the T54, who has been supporting Jimmpa, can take him out. But already the team have died. 2 minutes gone. There's 3 tanks down for his team, 2 tanks down for the enemy. But there is a wild back chat that is in front of everyone. He's got 1 shell left on the HE, and he uses it wisely. 512 damage. So he puts him down to a 1 shot. So again, it's 4 versus 4 now. He takes out the back chat. You got the VK45 pushing. Luckily, he is not looking at Jimmpa, and he can take a shot just before he goes behind the building, and he's going to get wrecked. But the team have died very, very quickly. So it now is 2 versus 4. And I think it's him and the T54 that was been helping him. E75 makes a silly mistake there. You can see him aiming. He was using the heat, but in the end he didn't need to, because the E75 showed his bottom plate, and he can get a shot into him. So now the team are pushing. He needs to be careful because there is a Jaeger full hit points to his right, and there is an M103, but they're going to focus fire, and they're going to focus really, really good. So they're both focusing the M103, who exposed himself, and now he's going to push towards this M103. You've got the VK coming behind him, you've got another tank to the right, and if you go right, further right, you have the Jaeger. So he's now full hit points. He saved his hit points. That will soon change, but he manages to take out the M103. So it was 1 versus 4. He now needs to back up, and he needs to be careful because the Jaeger is looking at him, and he gets a nice shot into the VK. So he's put it down to a 1 versus 2. We've got the E75 in front of him. He does need to be careful because he's a 2 shot to the E75, but he is a 1 shot to the Jaeger. So he needs to save as much hit points as he can, and he gets a nice roll into the E75. So he's got 4 kills. It was 1 versus 4. He's now got it down to a 1 versus 1. But he's a 1 shot, and the Jaeger is full hit points. So now he's in a circumstance where he can't really do much. He needs to either get a bounce, or he needs to do something special, because if he goes left, the Jaeger can see him. If he goes right, the Jaeger can see him. So the only thing he can do is hide behind this dead tank, and he's going to try and get some weak shots without exposing himself too much and for too long. So the best thing about this tank, the 113, is it's very low to the ground, so you can get shots like this into the Jaeger, and there's nothing the Jaeger can do about it because you are so low down and you've got such a strong turret. Now if he sticks out ever so slightly, the Jaeger you could probably kill him. I'm thinking he can actually shoot him because his back end is sticking out a bit, but obviously not. He's not shooting. There we go, he does finally shoot him, but he only does 400 or so XP. And now Jimmpa knows he's on a reload. This is very risky, very, very risky. He goes to circle him. He gets the side of him, which I probably wouldn't do because you can't get behind him. And he low rolls and he gets him on 15 HP. Now he has to have a bounce, and that's exactly what happens. So very lucky indeed, very, very lucky. But we all need a bit of luck. So 2,500 blocked damage Jimmpa got there, 7.5k damage. He gets the ace, 1,775 base XP, and I think that was number 3 on the Hall of Fame. On the Hall of Fame of Blitz Stars. I have actually seen more damage in that tank than not on Blitz Stars, so people have not actually put their replays in. So next up we have my good friend Ishan, and he is in the and again we have a very, very and a very lucky battle. So we're probably going to call this, we should really call this open. Both of these very, very lucky. Lucky bounce. Me, I never ever. But as I've said, now he's already done 1.1k damage. There is one takedown, and this is 62. He's doing because Ishan is getting nice free shots. Focusing at all. So he manages to get him gone. He's got that AMX nice shot into him. The AMX does miss him. So he was going to go farm some more damage, but the waffle takes him out. So it's now 6 against 5. He's lost 900 or so hit points, 800 hit points. So he's lost a little bit of hit points, and there's still 2 TVs. There's still the Death Star, and there's still the Object 784. One tank is now dead on his team, so it's 5 against 5, and we've got here now Death Star again just before he shoots the Death Star. That waffle pain in the ass, and he shouts damage. But now he has the favourite. And I know the show loves that, but I have also featured a couple of people, and you can see he's given up. There's no point fighting against FD2 when you're on this low hit. So he's going to ignore him, and he's going to get shots. Mainly on this one. So you can see he's hold down. He's behind the ridge, which is great. 140 because it has got that. So he's shot the Object 74 pretty much down to a 1 shot. Gets one more shot, leaving him on 36 HP, and he can clear him, no problem, but he bounces, and now he has to be careful if there is E3. Object 704 explodes his for just a little bit too much, so he takes him out, 42nd kill, but he's only on 600 HP. There's a couple of tanks that are full, but so is his team. So he has the M103 here that is full, and he's going to reload it. There is the 7 on 4 hit points, 5 that's 4 hit points near enough, and there is this FV205B. So I thought he was playing dangerous when it comes to the middle here, considering there is the E5 up there somewhere. But he soon changes his mind, and he's going to go back and he's going to help his team. But he's going to go from a different position. Two tanks in the middle there, so he's going to come up perfect play. He's going to try and aim also down the shot, which is exactly shot into the IS-7, but he's now going to focus. The FG is a more dangerous target. He has the better. It's a nice shot into him. Takes the next come back to the didn't need to take the shot. But now he needs to help his teammate. See that his teammates are 1 shot, he's a 1 shot, and there's still plenty of difficulty to get through. So he's already got 5 damage, but the E5 has now taken one out. So this is very rarely see this in battles nowadays. He is perfect, but when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, but doesn't. And he permatracks the E5. The win. This won him the battle. Definitely that permatrack won him the battle. There's no way he could have should have E5 without by himself on a one shot. No way. But he permatracks the E5, and that E5 was so already now he's got 4 kills. He knows when the I7 is capping. He's done 6,000 damage already, 6.1k, and there's still a lot to get through. He's 2 minutes on the clock. He's just seen the I7 shoot, so he can get a few shots into him, but the I7 backs up. Now, if that was me, I would have took that opportunity to go down by the cap because there was a rock there. You are a lot quicker than the I7, so you could circle him, and he's going to have no shots on you, and he's going to have to get lucky. He's going to have to make shots. So he's trying to get them again. I7 misses out. So his reload is a lot quicker than the I7. So he's going to get another shot into him. He's on 6.8k damage now. I7 is on 500 hit points. He wants the penetration. He doesn't want to risk bouncing, but he does bounce. And you can see and the I7 misses yet again. So he's going to poke forward. Again, he's going to get a nice shot. He knows he can shoot twice before the I7. He leaves him on 8 hit points, but now he knows the I7 is reloaded. He is a one shot. Again, like I said, the IS-7 is a one shot. He's already done 7.4k damage. You don't want to lose at this point. You will hate to lose at this point. 8 hit points the IS-7 is on. To do such an amazing job and to lose when he's on 8 hit points will be absolutely devastating. And this is where he gets very lucky. He has not any idea where the I-7 is. He's looking right, but to his surprise, very, very lucky bounce. So the first game, you need a bit of luck. So very well played, Ishan. 7.4k damage, 1855 XP. 5 kills, he gets the ace, he gets the lot. So very well played indeed, and thank you for sending me that in. Now, third and final replay, we have Iconic. Now, this replay, I wasn't actually going to feature. I was going to save it for my replays of the week because at the start, I don't think it is anything special. Now, he has, for the first sort of few minutes, he has an average battle, and there's a few mistakes he makes, but at the minute he's doing everything right. There is one medium on each team. He's pushing towards Cap A. He knows there is another medium, and most of the team are spotted by Cap C. So here is the Object 140. He gets a nice HE roll into him, but this is where he makes a few mistakes. He's trying to use the HE face hugging. Yes, you can do it if you aim, but in these situations I would just use the AP. But he does, again, he gets a nice roll into the side of him, and he gets another roll nice into the side of him, putting him now down to one shot. Now he can use the APCR. He has lost 1,000, just over 1,000 hit points, but he has managed to take him out. So now it is 5 against 5, and that's going to change very, very quickly. But this is where he does make a few mistakes. So he's got the VK up in the middle. He had a free shot into the side of him, and he misses. He's got the grill up here, who you can see him loading the HE, and he just literally misses by a couple of inches. And this is vital because his team are dying. His team needed him to hit these shots. Now again, he's going to poke up and he's going to try and get a snapshot into the grill. Again, he misses. So it's not going very well for him, and again he misses. So it really isn't going well, and his team are dying all while he is missing all his shots. So now he can finally get a shot into the side of the VK, but at this time it is 3 against 5. The grill is now going to die, so it is 2 against 5. He's got a side shot into the Death Star, and he's now using the HE as he should. But his last remaining teammate, the E100, is now dead. The enemy have caught Cap C, and he hasn't actually caught any bases, which I would have thought he should have and would have capped A. Seeing as he was the only one this side, he needed to cap that base. So now the enemy have 500 cap points. They are only on 150, and they are now capping base C. So he's done 2.8k damage, but there's 5 tanks remaining, and you can see it's shot into the E100. He shoots the HE, but that's not going to do anything at that angle, and that was another mistake because that got him spotted. So now the 5 remaining tanks know exactly where he is. So they're going to come from, if they had any sense, they would come from all different directions. You would have a couple coming from the middle, to the left, and to the right. And you can see now the enemy are capping A. 3.5 minutes gone. He gets a HE, or he gets a shot from the grill. Not good. He does manage to kill him, but he is now a one shot to any tank on the field. And he has a Death Star and a E100 pushing him. But luckily, the Death Star misses. You got the VK now. He needs to do something. Luckily, he takes out the Death Star. You got the VK. He's backwards and forward. The VK misses. He can get a nice HE shot into him and puts him down to a one shot. He's going to reload before this VK, and he takes him out. So now he's got a full HP Death Star behind him. He's got the E100, who he gets a lucky bounce. A lucky bounce. That bounce, again, was a match winner. And he's going to poke forward, and he's going to take him out. The Death Star now pokes forward, but he's now got an E100 to hide behind. So he's going to use the HE wisely. He's going to circle, and I'm not sure what the hell that Death Star was doing. I have not got a clue. He just shot, which now he can get behind him. He can get to the side of him, and there's nothing the Death Star can do. Gets another shot, 595 hit points. He needs to be quick because the cap points, 950, 955. But he only needs to shoot him once more. He's going to load the APCR, and he's going to get him gone. So lovely end to that battle. Very nice. 7.2k damage. Klobanov, 6 kills, 1 against 5. Absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for sending me that in. Very enjoyable. And I'll see you in the next one.